People in the valley, people in the valley, people in the valley, people in the valley.
Hi, I'm Becky.
And I'm Jan.
And we are People in the Valley. Yeah, so the Olympics we watch, I have them all DVR'd and we watch them all the time. It's really fun. And I just thought it was so cute, that little Hannah who won the moguls. She won the mogul, they do the moguls and then they jump. And she had this helmet on. And these two little pigtails that stuck out like that. And that's what I watched the whole time.
They do. They had their own little style.
I loved that. So we went to the Olympics in Salt Lake City because my brother lives out there in 2002. And I wanted to show
Got
you.
a picture. Yeah. We love our pictures. I like to wait.
But what I thought was fun, this jump, we saw this jump. Oh, I got a little charm. Little jump, you know, when they
looks
jump
like a guy on skis.
Yeah, when they jump like this, they go, and then they
go. That's cool to watch, and they lean forward.
So you're all outside and you're watching them jump, and they're like right there. You feel like you can touch them, and the announcers are right there, and it's being broadcast so you can hear it. So as they're jumping down, the broadcasters will say things like, "Oh, not so good form," and they can hear that. The guy's probably like floating there going, "You try this, you." We were just thought that was funny that they're commenting on them so that they can hear it.
Yeah,
like most.
That's kind of a buzz breaker.
How about like in the
the Olympics? Oh, but you're not looking so good.
That ski isn't really pointed the right direction. You're probably floating in the air thinking,
but look at me!
How many people in the world can do this? Sorry, my mom and I, we had gotten tickets beforehand. You get this group of tickets, but we decided we wanted to see the Paris figure skating. Mm-hmm. And so my mom and I went, everybody else was watching the kids. And we're like, where do we get, there's all these people trying to sell you tickets on the road. Well, we couldn't find any tickets. So these guys told us to go to this building, and to go into the building, then you ask somebody else where to go get these tickets.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know that was so...
We need a ticket.
The best thing.
Just give me a ticket.
Well, I'm taking my mother to like this seedy part of town. We go in this... Exactly. It was really... And then we get into this elevator where you had to close the gate. And at that point, I'm like...
Is that ticket really worth it?
Are we making good choices? Well, we get up there and it's this room that they must have rented out for the Olympics. It was fine, and we got the tickets for, $3,000. No, it was expensive.
It was one of those great events.
And we ended up going. It was really cool. My dad met Scott Hamilton. He got a picture with him.
Wow.
It was cool. It was really if you can go to the Olympics, I wish they were coming to Chicago because it's such an experience.
Well, if they come to Chicago, I will go, whatever age I am.
Someday, yeah.
Because you've sold me on that whole thing. I'm going.
We saw Christy Yamaguchi. I mean, we were just rubbing elbows.
You were hobnobbing.
We were hobnobbing.
Okay, what about skiing versus sledding? What would you pick? Or versus snowboarding? Snowboarding is a big thing now.
I was never a great skier, but I really liked it. Now I am so afraid of hurting myself that I don't do a lot of the sledding or the skiing. I'd probably pick sledding just because it's easier and it's cheaper.
And that's what I thought. And I went sledding. And I was headed right for a tree, and it takes a minute for your brain to realize, you gotta bail, you gotta get off, and it's like, and you bail. But, when they're little, they don't always bail. And I didn't like that stress of it. I didn't like not having control. So the next time I took my kids skiing or sledding, I took my skis. And then I just went down the hill, and then I had more control. So then, and they're Kaylee skis, so they're real little, so I had total control. Went down.
How do you fit in her shoes?
We wear the same boot. I bought her boot a little bit bigger, so I could wear it.
Good.
But I was skiing right next to this third grader who was snowboarding. and really good.
Yeah, I think that's
whole
really
snowboarding thing.
that. When you watch that in the Olympics, that's amazing how they can keep their balance. And when they're done, they're done. They just fall and then they're done.
And every time they do fall, their head kicks back. So when I took the boys snowboarding, I didn't realize that, and I didn't make them wear helmets because I don't wear a helmet when I ski.
Nowadays, everybody does.
And then I noticed everyone had helmets, and I saw how their heads kicked back like that, and I'm like, yeah, we gotta go get helmets.
This is coming from a woman who used to pick my daughter up and not have her son in the front seat. He was like 2 or 3, and then she in the back. And I remember coming out going, could you buckle her up?
Yeah, no problem. You got any candy I can give them as we're riding?
I'm not sure where the buckle is. You've turned the corner in safety.
I got a ticket for that, so I'm real good now.
Yeah, you were kind of mad at that fella for giving you a ticket.
I always get mad when I get a ticket.
Do you get mad at the person because you didn't follow the rules or that you were caught? I guess that's the same thing.
I get mad. I don't know. Because I think they need to be in my shoes.
Well,
maybe it's like the skier. Put yourself in my shoes. This is very hard.
This is not the easiest thing in the world. I am like ranked number 10 in the entire world.
Okay, so I don't have a seatbelt on.
We are people in the valley.